Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining weekly ones, mostly Mondays. And so we are at 5 o'clock, and we're going to be talking about a topic which I think would interest you guys is self-sabotage. The only thing is that there's one student who asked me this question. I said, that sounds interesting because she asked me for clearings. And I said, okay, let's work on self-sabotage because that seems to resonate with a lot of people. And we don't sometimes even know that we're doing that with ourselves. We are um, we are working so much against ourselves that we don't even realize that we are doing it. And it's a very subconscious, I wouldn't say subconscious, it's a very automated response system that we have, which we start which starts going against us. So if you see yourself as bad or wrong, you're in a constant state of lying to yourself, right? And since you're lying to yourself, what is your secret agenda for self-sabotaging yourself? It's like going against yourself. It's like, I know I can have it, but I won't let myself have it. What is the value of being that energy with yourself? Who taught you and where did you learn it from? What age did you learn it from? And whom did you learn it from? And if are you willing to change the electromagnetics of that? Because it is so real and so true that you think that even if you choose not to, you can't stop going against yourself. Yeah, you're sponging it from other people because everyone is carrying the same electromagnetism and they are doing it to yourself. It's like sitting on a branch and cutting your own tree, and you're going to fall, but that's okay, but you don't want that. So the all the unconsciousness, yes, the unconsciousness not being present with that, absolutely, Sonia. So where are we not willing to be present with ourselves, which would mean, what does being present mean? Being present means that you're not judging yourself, no matter what, under whatever circumstance and under whatever uh, situation that you are going through, which situation you're not and you don't want to take the ownership of that I've created it, consciously or unconsciously, it's your creation. What if you did not have to judge yourself and say, hey, I made a mistake? So what secret agendas with secret or what secret agendas, with the secret agendas, do you have that maintains always eternally judging everything that you know, be, receive and perceive, so that you never trust yourself, what you know, be, receive and perceive? Everything that brought up for everyone, can we just run and create? Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, line, shots, boys, for bad and beyond. So you are so beautifully working on yourself that anything and everything I know, and I can have, I can be, I can receive, I have to judge that. And that's called self sabotage. It's your self doubt. How beautifully have you woven it in your tapestry? And would you be willing to unweave it now? Yeah. Life could be so easy if you were present with ourselves, but not being present is more, no, that not being present is actually no hard work. It is only misery, and you're so used to it. And so, because being on planet Earth, you only taught how to not be present with yourself. So we like it that way. Because otherwise, we'll have so much of information, so much that we're like, okay, I can't handle it. Let me go and do drugs because that will give me the sanity. So everywhere you're looking for sanity outside of you, not within you. Will you let that go now? Right? So also, what creation of your reality are you using to validate other people's realities? What do you like about doing that? And that is where you self-sabotage, because you feel others are more important, others are greater, others know more, even if you think you know, but you would not let yourself know that you know. So what's the value of that? So everything that is, can we just run and create? Good afternoon, Neetu. Thank you for joining. So you really self-sabotage yourself by cutting off your awareness. Yeah, stupefied personalities. Yeah, so we love the stupidities because we feel that is how it is, because everyone is stupid once in a while or always. So sometimes it's okay to be that. So you're cutting off your awareness, and by not believing that you can be, have, do, or create or generate anything, and you believe way more in people than you believe yourself. What do you love about believing people more than you believe yourself? So all the lies that is locked up in your body. And that's why we say why a body class is so important is because you need to undo that shit that you've locked in. And you locked in because everyone else is locking. So you thought this is probably regular thing, it's a normal thing, everyone does it. And you would like to be like them. So everything that brings up, you can just let that go now or choose that, okay, I determine I need to change this and I would. Self-sabotage is also that you would like to receive, be highlighted, or you would like to, receive that. It's like, all your secret agendas which are there. What if you could just let them go now? What if you did not have to be in the hiding? You know that you want to make it big, you want to look, you want, please mute yourself. Thank you. So you would want to see your self-worth being high. If your self-worth was high, what is the value of valuing people more than you value you? So the unawareness between you and everybody else that you're choosing, what stupidity are you using to have that as your reality? What stupidity are you using to create yourself to fit into other people's realities? All your people-pleasing personalities that you have created, all the electromagnetics of all those people who love to people-please. Can you let that go now? What stupidity are you using to limit and avoid being who you be? All I have are questions. You just need to know that, okay, am I doing this? And can I change it? Or would I like to change it? Would I like to let this go now? You have to be that. All right. So what stupidity are you using to create a similar foundation like everyone else so that you can call your life a limitation? And then you say, this is my life and this is what people have to, this is how life is. How convincingly you tell yourself this is how life is. So everywhere you're doing this so that you have to protect yourself. Do you think you need to turn off your awareness so that that's the way you will protect yourself? While actually that is self-sabotaging yourself. So when you insulate yourself, against the rest of the world, then you have to put up walls and barriers, and you're quite capable of doing that. So, now when you put up all those walls and barriers, what can you truly receive then? And can you receive anything at all? What can you be and do? Nothing, actually, truly nothing. So everything you've defined yourself as a lie, that you are less than people and you're less than what you are and more than what you're willing to be. Will you let that go now? I'm assuming you're saying a yes. Even if you're not, are you willing to even 1%? That's okay, because we can't change the entire shit right away. We're just giving you the information that, you know what, you have a choice and you don't need to limit yourself, because that's called self-sabotaging. And if you have a point of view that you're investing in, means if you're investing in something, especially you're going to fall, as if you have no other choice. So, and maybe people would not like it. So what is your self-fulfilling prophecy that you're holding on to? That, oh, I'm telling you, I can't do well. Oh, I am this, or I am that. So everywhere you're so convinced that you need to make your life wrong. You're living wrong, your reality wrong, your body wrong, your future wrong. Everything is wrong. Nothing is right about you. Could you let that go, please? And what if it was possible for, wait, just adding on people. What if it was possible for you to have 1,000 times more awareness than you currently have? And what if you do not have to go insane because you have too much of awareness? A lot of times you say that I wish I didn't know so many things. I'd rather put my blinders on because you don't know how to deal with that. What if you didn't have to deal with the awareness that you're getting? And you know that you will find your way out. There's so much going on in the world, but you didn't have to make yourself lesser. So everything you've done to make your credit worthiness, your criteria for self-worth, and your worth, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, line, short, boys, everywhere you're seeking that people will someday come and give you that credit which you're waiting for. You were expecting that, you're projecting on them, but they're never going to do that. And everywhere you're not willing to take charge of your life because you are the least valuable product in your own life. What's your hidden agenda for never recognizing the value that works for you? So everywhere you have implanted other people with the doubt, and that was unto you, and you've been doing it to yourself and others, all that self-doubt that you have. Because there are only two, three things that are running this planet, right? Guilt, fear, doubt. What if you could just be a different energy and expand your energies and be the change throughout the galaxy? And because somebody implanted you with the doubt, which you allowed them to, could you now return it to them and revoke, recant, resend, reclaim, renounce, renounce, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, bad, purple, line, shows, boys, provides, and beyonds. How many people are you saving by being the big five? It's okay to self-sabotage because they may not like it. You need to make yourself lesser. What is your way of self-sabotaging? By not having too much money, by not being seen, by not being valued, by not creating too much, by not having the relationships that you so desire to have? What is it? Or relationship with your body? What is it for you? I guess you guys are good, right? With everything, you don't need to say anything. That's so cool.
Well,
Okay,
I create the most amazing things and then I go and destroy them.
that's exactly self-sabotaging. It's like, you're going against your own creation because you don't either believe in it or people tell you you should not believe in it, or you feel that this is too much and people will not be able to receive it. So I'd rather finish it.
It's
Whatever your reason.
true for me. Like I have this constant thought that nothing good ever happens to me. It's like a refrain at the back of my head, which I've now become aware of after Access. And when something great happens, I don't believe in it. And then I start
Okay,
sabotaging.
what PRs and NORs are you holding on to that something that seems to be exciting will never come true in your life? Will you please let that go now?
Yeah.
What if it's not true? Because anytime we guys are excited about something and that thing doesn't happen, then you're like, oh, you would share it with 10 people even before it's happened. So what do you like for things to never show?
Right.
What do
So
you?
recently somebody showcased some of my paintings at ITC and it was an exhibition and he took some of my works and my work was the main piece. But in my head, I was like, it won't get sold.
And so it didn't.
No. In
So
my head,
that's what.
it was so, and so many people came up and said, you're the artist. Oh my God, this is so amazing. It's so different, blah, blah, blah. But it didn't get sold.
Yeah, because your point of view creates your reality. And
Yeah.
everything that goes on with your business, with your life, with your body, with your money flows, everything.
So it was too
And
good to be true to be showcased. But at the same time, I
good to
didn't.
be, you just got happy with the fact that it got showcased. It's okay if I don't have the money because if I have the money, then I will have to leave my sob story of how I got cheated.
Yeah.
And though even I can see that there is another way of making money, but I wouldn't let that happen or show up in my life.
But I don't know. I didn't know what clearly. I kept just saying, how does it get better than this? What would
No,
it take?
first you have to pod and talk or do IPOP to that thought. That is the underlying thought, which is the assumption that it's too good to be true, or you're not worth it,
Hmm.
or your paintings are not worth it, or your creations are not worth it.
Hmm.
As per who? As per you. Forget what people have to say. Some will say it is great, some will say it is rubbish. And it doesn't matter what they say, it matters what you are telling yourself. Is
Yeah.
your everywhere you love to give up your universe in favor and invalidate yourself in favor of what others have to say. Will you please let that go? All
Yes.
of you. Right, wrong, good, bad, purple, client, shots, boys, for and beyonds. So all the big five you're using to save others by sabotaging yourself, will you let that go too? And across, okay, suppose you were made a fool and people cheated you in some lifetime, and then you said, I should not have listened to them and not taken that decision, and you still took it. And what if you're still not wrong? That it created so much damage and it probably destroyed planets. That when you were coming from the golden planet to this planet, and you participated in supporting the techies, but now you're doing everything to punish yourself because you will not let yourself have any wealth or wealth of relationships, wealth of being who you be, or receiving from yourself, and all the judgment that you have, I shouldn't have done that. That still holds it in place, and all the electromagnetics of that, will you let that go now? It's about punishing yourself for everything that you've been there, done that. And all those lifetimes that you did not make it big, but you will not recall all those lifetimes when you did. It's only when you're not doing well that people give you attention. So everywhere you're holding on to that, the victimhood in you, that maybe this will give me the sympathy, empathy that I'm searching for. And as a way of having sympathy, empathy, you're trying to prove how right you are, how wrong others are. Even though you probably think that you're wrong in some way, in some lifetime or in this lifetime, but you will still prove it to other people that you are probably right with being wrong. And everything that is, will you let that go? Yeah, it's crazy. Yes, I know it is. It is just so crazy because self-sabotage is something that we will not let ourselves have the joy of our own creations. We have to come to a conclusion that no, this wasn't good. And that is also addiction to perfection that we have. What do you love about your addiction to perfection? That's so that you keep yourself in a jail of constant judgment. And everywhere you have decided or concluded that only if you struggle too much will things change, or you will get the benefit of things. You can't have ease, joy, glory in your life. And everywhere you're resisting that ease, joy, glory in every area of your life, be it bringing up kids or having a kid or not having a kid, or yeah, I mean, having money, not having money, having beautiful relationships, not having beautiful relationships. Trust me, when we have beautiful relationships, we will be having a problem with that as well. How could it is, this is too good to be true. People can't be this good. Okay, it is not possible. So because others are not having it, my parents didn't have it. We have all these reasons. That I come from a broken family, I come from a dysfunctional family, and then some will have, but I come from a beautiful family. My parents had a good relation, but we don't. I mean, where are you searching for that reason and justification for why you have what you don't have, or what you would like to have that you don't have? The point is, are you willing to be that go-getter? And when you get it, if you get a gold medal, are you going to throw it away? Or you know that you can win a contest and you will not let yourself have it?
Kavita, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Uh, what happens is, like at times you are going on in life so beautifully, everything is going according to like whatever you chose and desired, and sometimes it it starts dropping, and we don't even know that we have self-sabotaged ourselves, and we keep thinking that it is somebody else's energy, it must be somebody else's eyes on us, it must be a black magic or whatever it is, psychic attack. So how do
Yes.
we separate, how do we know it?
Ask questions. In that very moment, have I killed my own joy? Am I working against myself? Am I letting the world work against me, um, so that I can't have what I would like to have? Because you're letting the world also to get in, right?
Yeah.
So you are the one who is the creator of those people also. definitely it's bonding, binding you in some way or the other, right? And then you go
Yeah.
into the hiding, because what giddy suit of class are you wearing or being that you never show up as you? You rather like, okay, like everyone, like camouflaging. You don't want to ever show up as you, because
Yeah.
it's very difficult for you to sustain it or allow yourself to have it. Because somewhere deep down you feel maybe I'm not worth it. So much happiness. Oh my God, I don't think I deserve it. Even though you've created it. So the minute you create something, if you acknowledge it, wow, gratitude to my what lovely creation. And can I have more of this without any judgment or punishment or anything for having it? Because very early in life, at least we Indians, we know that if you're too happy, then you will have to cry. So even it's a very strong electromagnetic auto response system that comes in, that oh, I don't before because it's too good, I will have to cry. So let me create that. That's why we have joy, sadness out here, right? That we need to dissipate the energy of both together to see things for what they are. And if it's an experience, just an experience, not about good or bad, right or wrong. We're not getting stuck in the polarity. It is what it is. And what if then you did not have to go against yourself? Who are we literally fighting with? Ourselves. We're not on the war front, right? We're not here up against Pakistan or any other country. We're fighting us. And what's the value you're gaining out of fighting with yourself? What is the struggle that you've created within that I only have to struggle? So if you just allow your creations to be your reality so that you can validate yourself rather than waiting for people to validate you. Okay? So if you
Yeah.
make a painting, you're waiting for people to tell you that, wow, what a beautiful, beautiful painting. What if you just pay? Does a child wait for that? Child knows I made, even if the strokes are really bad, I made it. So what if you could let yourself know that you created a masterpiece? And now you're not waiting for someone to tell you what a rubbish painting. Even abstract paintings do very well, right? People don't understand. But like, wow, because the person who's painting knows and believes that it's a wow. So what about you not acknowledging that you are a masterpiece in your own way? So the way you currently are, up until now, I don't care how you created, how you judge yourself or not. Today we're talking, are you willing to change that? And can you allow yourself even 1%, if you're not ready, can you allow yourself that 1% to change that? Doesn't matter what kind of a body you've created, what kind of illnesses you've created, what kind of relationships you've created, money you've created, not created. Don't get stuck in that. Today, what we can do? Can we start from appreciating the masterpiece that you created? What if a masterpiece does not have to be perfect? What if your imperfections are the perfections that you're not willing to acknowledge? Now that you started yawning. It's a twister, because it is going to twist your brains, because so far nobody ever told us that you're great. You've always looked at beauty from somebody else's perspective. You've always looked at what a perfect height should be, what a perfect body should be, weight according to your height should be, or whatever that is. And since you don't have it, that means you must be not correct. So since I am not correct, I'm born incorrect. Bye, Nisha. Thank you. We're born incorrect, so I must kill myself, because you are your own creation, right? Forget about the other creations that you're doing. So everywhere you're killing yourself slowly, slowly for everything that you're doing, whichever way you're choosing. Some are doing slow poisoning, some are doing more, and some are really, really anti yourself. So all the anti-consciousness that leads you against you, will you let that go now?
Yes.
So what is the secret agenda for never allowing yourself to know, be, receive, and perceive yourself in totality? What will happen if you do that? What will happen if you do that? Anybody? If you receive yourself in totality, what will happen?
Will become very great.
And that is what we don't want, but we want it. We would like to be great, but you would not let yourself be that.
But we cannot imagine ourselves as great. Never.
Exactly what I'm saying. So if you know, you instantly, what is great? Oh, Mahatma Gandhi was really great. For example, for some people, I'm not saying, I'm just taking your name, but for some people, he's not at all great. So it's okay. Whoever is great in your perception, you start comparing yourself, and it's like, oh, I'm not that. And yeah, Sonia saying, I'll leave the world because I've already arrived in life. I don't wish to be that great because I need to know that there is a trajectory that I need to cover. And because I am not there, so I will have to only judge myself that you can't ever reach this. And what if it's not about the destination, or what if it's about your journey, how you're going to reach there? Each moment, even if you fall, you're great. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Yeah, you're great, right? And what if you rise also? Yes, you know, so you already arrived. Maybe you're rising here. Maybe this is not even your destination. What if you just rise here? And what if there is nowhere to go? Are you getting it? We're trying to go from point A to point B. And I'm simply saying, what if you are at point B and you could be the mountain? Have you seen those mountain peaks? They're some are high, some are low, but they're standing where they're standing, but nobody's comparing themselves. What if you're a peak? You're your own peak, and you don't have to go to this Mount Everest. As if Mount Everest is only the best peak? No, there are many other peaks, right? There are many. So when you look at nature, you have a multiplicity of everything, be it in animal kingdom, birds, insects. I mean, it's not about the best. Yeah, I mean, they too have that kind of a division where one is the queen and rest are workers or whatever, their divisions are there. But none of them thinks that I am less needed here, so I need to die. You're as much needed as a leaf on a tree. And they will fall when they have to fall, with no remorse, with no regret, with no bitterness, with no sadness, with nothing. And they'll be like, hey, bye, I'm going. I'll come again next season. Would you allow yourself to be that and not kill yourself before it is time to be gone? Yeah, what if you could allow yourself to what if you could fire yourself from this job that you've taken of proving how amazing you are? What if there is nothing to prove? Because every time you're proving, you're self-sabotaging yourself. Will you let that go now? And can we change this way of being of self-sabotaging realities at the count of 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Thank you so much. That was a quick call. I don't want to drag it because you guys seem to be fried already. So see you next Monday with another beautiful topic of well, I'll announce it, lessons to be learned on planet Earth. Somewhere it is going to be connected to what we're talking today. Lessons to be learned on planet Earth. How many people believe that, oh, there's a lesson? This was a lesson. Let's talk about your
Lot of
lesson.
them. Not just one. It keeps
Let's talk about,
coming. The universe
it's
keeps throwing it on us.
yeah.
And
Thank
on
you
top of
so much.
that, I have a belief that in life the lessons keep getting tougher because though you
We're
learn
going to
it
clear it.
and then you're in a higher class.
Totally, totally. What if there is no lesson to be learned? We'll unveil that in the next call. Thank you so much for your presence and have a
Thank
good
you. Thank you.
have a
Wonderful
fantastic
call. Thank you. And your
Bye.
presence.
Thank you.
thank you. Have a fantastic week ahead. Bye-bye.